In my last video, I explained about the technique of finding out marriage time by applying transit of Saturn, Jupiter, Mars and 7th house lord on natal chart. In my experience, the technique has been giving very good results in most cases. Still, there is yet another method to find out marriage timing, and this technique involves simple application of Lagna Lord or 7th house lord in transit on natal chart or Navamsa chart. This method is also giving excellent results. You can follow any one of these two methods to find out the marriage time. Of course, Vedic astrology teaches some more methods, but in this lesson I will deal with the simple application of Lagna Lord and 7th house lord on a Rasi chart or Navamsa chart to find out the marriage timing. First, I will explain the rules of this transit application, and then I will explain it through an example chart. First, when you want to find out the marriage timing of a girl or boy, note down the Lagna Lord in the natal chart. Then note down its position in transit. Marriage of a particular boy or girl may take place when the natal Lagna Lord in transit comes to natal 7th house in the Rasi chart or to the natal 7th house in the Navamsa chart. That is the first option to find out the timing of marriage. The second option is marriage of a particular boy or girl may take place when the natal Lagna Lord in transit comes to a sign which is a trine from the 7th house in the natal chart or from the 7th house in the Navamsa chart. The third option for finding out the timing of marriage is when the natal Lagna Lord in transit comes to a sign which is a trine to the 7th house lord in the Rasi chart or from the 7th house lord in the Navamsa chart. Again, you note down the natal 7th house lord in a particular chart and then see its position in transit. Apply that transit position of that planet on Rasi chart and Navamsa chart. Marriage of a particular boy or girl may take place when the natal 7th house lord in transit comes to Lagna in the Rasi chart or Navamsa chart. That is the first possibility. Second possibility, when the natal 7th house lord in transit comes to a position which is a trine to the Lagna in the Rasi chart or to the Lagna in the Navamsa chart. Again, the third possibility is when the natal 7th house lord in transit comes to a position or sign which is a trine to the Lagna Lord in Rasi chart or a Lagna Lord placed in Navamsa chart. Now we will check this through an example chart of a couple who got married on April 30, 1986. See this chart. This is the chart of a man whose Lagna is Capricorn, that is Makara. In the Lagna, exalted Mars is present. In the 4th house, Sun and Mercury are there. In the 5th house, Venus and Ketu are there. And Jupiter is exalted in the 7th house. Moon is there in the 8th house. Saturn and Rahu are there in the 11th house. Now check the man's Navamsa chart. In the Navamsa chart, Lagna is Aries, that is Mesham, in which Mars is present. Sun and Ketu are there in Gemini in the 3rd house in the Navamsa chart. 5th house has Venus. 6th house has Saturn. Mercury is there in the 8th house. Rahu and Moon are in the 9th house. Jupiter is placed in the 12th house. This is the Navamsa chart of the man whose example we are discussing. Now see the natal chart of his wife. Lagna is Kanya, that is Virgo. Rahu is placed in the Lagna. Sun, Moon, Mars are placed in the second house in Libra. Mercury and Jupiter are placed in the third house in Scorpio. Saturn is there in fourth house. Ketu is in seventh house. And Venus is placed in the 12th house. Now, see the woman's Navamsa chart. The ascendant Lagna is again Virgo, that is Kanya. That means the Lagna is Virgottama. In Lagna, Mercury and Ketu are present. In the second house, in Libra, Jupiter is there. Fourth house has Venus, Sun, Moon, Mars are there in the sixth house. In Aquarius, Rahu is there in the seventh house. Saturn is placed in the 10th house. This is the Navamsa chart of the woman whose marriage we are discussing. The couple's marriage took place on April 30, 1986. See the transit positions on that particular day. Sun and Rahu are in Aries. Venus is in Taurus, that is Vrushab. Ketu is in Libra, that is Tula. Saturn is in Scorpio. Mars, Moon, Jupiter and Mercury are placed in Sagittarius, Capricorn, Aquarius and Pisces respectively. Now let us find out the principle of transit that worked on the day of their marriage. See, in the man's chart, Lagna Lord is Saturn, 7th house Lord is Moon. On the day of marriage, Moon is present in the Lagna, that is Makara, Capricorn, and Lagna Lord Saturn is present in Scorpio, which is a trine from the 7th house in the Rasi chart. In the woman's chart, Lagna Lord is Mercury, 7th house Lord is Jupiter. On the day of marriage, natal Lagna Lord Mercury is present in the natal 7th house, that is Pisces. Natal Lagna Lord Mercury in transit placed in 7th house is also in a trine position to the natal 7th house Lord Jupiter. Like the transit application of Saturn, Jupiter, Mars and the 7th house Lord, which I explained in my first marriage timing video, this application of transit Lagna Lord and 7th house Lord on natal chart or Navamsa chart is also giving good results. I hope you have understood this.